Okay, look, I think I'm starting to piece together a vibe that I wasn't expecting to put together for this video. So maybe we play on the romantic vibe? Hi, hey, hello, my name is Sarah, and welcome to another Sims 4 Kids bedroom renovation that is very themed for my Occult Baby challenge. And recently in the Occult Baby challenge, we had a child come from a wishing well. It sounds really strange. If you have no idea, there is a wishing well that you can get. It's from the Romantic Garden Stuff Pack, and on that wishing well, you can wish for so many different things, for fortune, for life. You can wish for a child, and we did that in the Occult Baby challenge. And now we need to renovate a bedroom for the child that came from the wishing well. And so because the wishing well comes with the Romantic Garden Stuff Pack, I want this bedroom to be very Romantic Garden Stuff Pack themed. So that's gonna be tricky and interesting. So with that being said, let's jump into The Sims 4. I'm gonna introduce you to the child that came from the wishing well, and then we'll renovate their bedroom to be Romantic Garden Stuff themed. Alright, you guys, here we have Jamina, who is the child that came from the wishing well, and she is now a toddler. She is so cute. The thing with her, though, is she's like a normal human. She just is not an occult, aside from the fact that she came to us via the wishing well. That's the only thing. So she's a human. So I don't need to do an occult-themed bedroom. This is the wishing well here. It's very whimsical garden vibes, and that's kind of the vibe that I wanted to go with for this bedroom, which is why we're going to be using the Romantic Garden Stuff Pack heavily in this bedroom. And you guys, the only bedroom that we have available is this one. This one has been empty for a little while. This one was Ivy, the child of the Plant Sims bedroom. I've been saving it because I want to use a lot of the Romantic Garden Stuff garden decorations in here. Okay, so after prepping the room, we now have 17,493 simoleons to decorate this room with, which is great because I think a lot of the Romantic Garden stuff is really expensive. Let me just show you what the Romantic Garden Stuff Pack comes with. If you haven't seen this stuff for a while, or you don't have it yourself and you're not quite sure what comes with it, it's an interesting vibe. I mean, it's all garden stuff, so it's stuff that you would generally put outside, but also it doesn't really have any normal furniture. This is what we're looking at. There's no beds, there's no couches, there's no dresses, there's none of that. It's all stuff that you would decorate the outside with because it's meant to be a garden pack. So we have some beautiful things though. I absolutely love this archway, and I'm thinking of using that straight away to frame the bed, and I'm gonna have to play test it and see if it'll work, because I don't know if we're gonna be able to put a bed in between there and have a sim be able to get into it, but that's just a vibe. That one is a wider arch, so if we have issues with this one and the bed, then I could use that one. I don't like it as much, but it will do the trick. Okay, anyway, that's a problem for Sarah in a minute, but Sarah right now needs to come up with a vibe. And straight away, I kind of want to go back to a lighter, brighter vibe in here. So we're going to get our light heartwood planks. I'm going to go ahead and grab our brick, and we're just going to chuck that all throughout for a second and just see. All right, so we're starting off with this. I would love to do some kind of floral as the feature wall. We did do the big floral in Holly's bedroom, the child of Jasmine Holiday. I'm kind of regretting that now because I would love to use that in here as the feature wall, but I don't know. I'm going to look and see if we've got any other floral that I could maybe use as the feature wall in here. We'll take a look, right? See what I can come up with. Okay, so straight away, I have not used this wallpaper, and it gives me very romantic garden vibe. I don't particularly like this wallpaper. It comes with decor to the max. It's just not my vibe. It's just not my vibe. But if I can find a swatch that I like, do I like the green? Not really. That's just not very nice in my opinion. What about this pink? That could be nice, and that does give me kind of whimsy romantic vibe. So maybe we play on the romantic vibe and we do a lot of pinks and reds in here. The red is a little bit too bold. I don't think I like the red. Yeah, no, I'm happy to go with the pink. Okay, so maybe I can then for the rest of the room, because the brick is a little bit of a too stark of a contrast, maybe I can just come up with a nice pink standard wallpaper, like the basic standards in a nice pink. No, that's not the nice pink that I'm looking for. Just to find a pink that's going to be nice and complementary to what we've got. Ooh, okay. I'm deciding between these two pinks that I've got on either side of the feature wall. I'm thinking of going with this one because it's a little bit warmer in tone compared to this one. And I think the warmer tone is going to help complement the feature wall and what's probably going to be the rest of the furniture in here, right? So I'm happy to go with this. Okay, so it's a little bit of an interesting vibe with the grass then. I'm not sure I love the grass, that's all. But it's going to help to bring in some of the garden vibe, I think. Let me just hold off on the grass for a second, and I'm going to see if I can come up with some basic essential furniture that we're going to need in here. Like a bed. I would maybe love to see if we've got a nice floral that can give me that kind of romantic garden vibe. So give me a second to see if I can come up with some bed choices, okay?
A few moments later.
Okay, so these 3 beds are what I've come up with that I'm going to choose between. So you can see I've got this bed, the same bed in 2 different swatches. The red one gives me more of the romantic vibe, but the coloring doesn't quite match what we've got going on in the rest of the room. This one, the swatch of it doesn't quite give me the romantic vibe, but the style of the bed does. Or we do have this bed, the 4-post bed. This swatch is the light pink. It's very cute. It doesn't have a floral on it, but the floral swatches are all pretty dark on this one, and it doesn't really complement the color scheme we've got going on in this room. But this style of bed also gives me very vintage and romantic kind of vibe. So I'm thinking that I'm gonna not use the Art Deco bed, and that I'm gonna use this bed, okay? So it makes me still unsure about whether I should use the grass. I just don't know. I just don't know. Okay, look, I think I'm starting to piece together a vibe that I wasn't expecting to put together for this video. It's just that I was looking through pink flooring, so I thought maybe I could just do a pink accent flooring on the platform, and I came across this from, I can never remember what the kit is, the Bistro kit. What is that kit called? Who knows, not me, but that is beautiful. I guess we're going in very pink, which also I wasn't really expecting to do for this video. I was expecting to go more greens for garden, but we're gonna probably inject some greenery in here. I am just thinking maybe we could put this little rug in pink underneath it. Ooh! I do really like that vibe, so I think I'm gonna go with that for the minute. I'm not 100% set on the rug yet. I might change the rug for something else. That's okay though. Okay. So before we go any further, I'm probably just going to have a look at the requirements for the child of the Wishing Well, just because there are certain requirements that the child has to fulfill as a part of the Occult Baby Challenge. So for the child of the Wishing Well, they have to get to level 5 of any skill. So we have had it before where for the child of the Ghost, we had to choose any skill as well. So I'm going to be deciding what skills to go with for the child of the Wishing Well. Okay. Well, I've just thought of something. We're going with romantic garden stuff. What if I get this child to level 5 of the romance skill? I like that. So then maybe along those lines as well, we could also get this child to level 5 of the charisma skill. I want to try and steer away from, like, I know that this child came from a Wishing Well and it's a garden themed pack and we're going with romantic garden for this bedroom. But I've done so many garden themed sims as a part of this challenge lately. I'm getting tired of the garden stuff. When it comes to traits and skills, I'm tired. I want to explore other gameplay. So I kind of like the idea that for this sim, we go like the romance skill and charisma. I think that could be really cool. Okay, with that being said, I think I'm ready to start exploring some elements of the romantic garden stuff pack. So let me just turn that filter on. I'll see what bits and bobs I can grab to use from that pack. Straight away, I'm gonna get this archway out. I'm not sure I like it in the pink vibe. We're just gonna have a look at swatches for a second. Swatches that could go really nicely around this bed and fit in with the vibe of the bedroom. So not the... That one's the winner so far, right? We've got the white and the pink, which is really nice. I think that is too much pink on pink. I would definitely want some accents of like white. I don't like the fuchsia pink at all, so the winner is this one. I am gonna need to play test it. Okay, Lily, please tell me that you can sleep in this bed. It looks like she can. She's going to try. Fabulous. So that is very good and I love that. Thank you, Lily, for playtesting that for me. I just am never sure. I'm so glad that that works because that's perfect. I mean, stuff like the Folly of Lady Clarisse, I do like that as well. It's beautiful. Oh my gosh. But I can't do that instead of the archway, right? That's going to be too fussy. But maybe we could put like a mirror or something in there. Or we could put like a little, oh, maybe not a bent, maybe not one of these. Hold on. That's so cute. I have to stick it in here, right? I love that vibe, but maybe it's not something for inside. Maybe it needs to go outside on the porch, right? It can go outside on the patio that we've got here, this little veranda. It can go there. That's fine. I just really wanted to use that. Anyway, I mean, some of the statues and things I wanted to use inside the room, right? Like I wanted to kind of get the Blossoms Empress. That's so fancy and I love it. And then we've also got the sitter. I don't like the sitter as much. I'm thinking I'm going to get 2 of the Blossoms Empress. Hey, did you know that 67% of you watching right now are not subscribed to my YouTube channel? If you'd like to see some fun Sims 4 gameplay, some Sims 4 creator sim videos, build videos, and some gameplay of The Sims past, then hit the subscribe button down below and join my wonderful community of Triceratops. But with that being said, let's get back into the video. That's just so pretty. It's giving me the romantic whimsy that I was thinking of, right? But some other furniture that you would see in a kid's bedroom. We definitely need a dresser. Now I want to have a look at this one, the robot head dresser that we had previously in this bedroom for the Child of the Plant sim, because this is such a beautiful swatch. Do we have any other beautiful pink planty swatches? No, we don't. But we've got the very fancy pink with the marbling. Whoa! I think that matches the kind of vibe. We've got the gold accents that we're seeing in the feature flooring here and on the marble as well. Oh, I like that. I definitely do need to find a mirror as well. I think I know exactly what mirror I want. This bedroom is giving big whimsical mirror energy, and straight away the mirror I'm thinking of is this one, the Graceful Ambition standing mirror from the Basement Treasures kit. Is that what it's called? Oh, the gold is not quite the right gold though, is it? It's a more of a, that's weird. It's more of a cool toned gold than a warm toned gold. It's making me want to go with this one because that kind of matches the accents we have in the flooring better. But I definitely think it has to be this mirror and it can sit right there, I reckon. Whoa! I love this mirror as well, by the way. It's one of my absolute favorites. It's giving that whimsical, romantic, vintage era. I love that. Thank you. We've got the mirror for the charisma skill. I mean, maybe a bookshelf would be nice. I mean, bookshelves would give me major vintage vibes. If I can find the right one to give me that kind of vibe, I'm wanting grandiose bookshelves. See, when I'm thinking grandiose, I do think the Realm of Magic ones, they're very grandiose, but they're just not quite the right color swatch. We do have a pink in this one. Oh my gosh, it's perfect. It's absolute perfection. I don't even know what kit this comes with. That's stunning. I think, oh my gosh, that's beautiful. I've never used this bookshelf before. Firstly, I love how thin it is. Secondly, I love the downlights that we have in the top shelf of that. That's beautiful. Do I go with it in this creamy color? Or do I go with it in the pink? I don't think I go the pink. I don't think the pink. I think the pink is too much. I don't know why the lighting is different on the two, but they are the same swatch, I promise you. I love that vibe. We can put some plants up there for some cute clutter. So then other things that we would see potentially in a kid's bedroom, a desk, somewhere to do homework. We do probably need like a 1-tile desk, or maybe we could get a 2-tile desk and I could clip it in there. We'll see what I've got in the household inventory. I know I've got this one and we've got a very pretty cherry blossom swatch. And also just like the shape of this desk does give me the right vibe. Maybe we could go with it in the white. So I have that as an option. That's a good start. If I were to look for a 2-tile desk, it would have to be fancy. We do have this one from Life and Death, which is pretty fancy. I don't want it to be a tall desk because I want it to sit below the window. So it can't really be like one of these ones, which is also really fancy, but it can't be that one because that's going to clip with the window. I don't want to clip with the windows. But this one from Paranormal is just fancy enough and is not going to clip with the window. Okay, it's a shame that it has silver accents instead of gold, but we've got the right shade of pink and we've got the white, so I don't mind going with that. It's a nice small desk, perfect. And then just a chair. I want a chair that says old vibes. I can think of a couple actually in the dining room section. Because we've got chairs like this one that's from the base game, or I was thinking as well, we've got even fancier than that we could do. We've got like the thrones. We could get like the throne from Vampires, is not quite the right vibe, but there is one from Life and Death. We could get that. It doesn't come in a pink vibe, but the white one would do just fine, I reckon. But then I'm pretty sure, hold on, get famous. We've got like the most fancy thing that you've ever seen in your whole life, right? And we've got all of the accent colors. We've got the pink, the white, and the gold. So I think it has to be this chair from Get Famous. That's all coming together very nicely. Now, the past few times that I've done a bedroom in this particular room, I've put a little couch at the end of the platform there, just because we have this great big space of nothing. And I'm kind of thinking I would like to do the same thing. So let's have a look at some couches. I think you know the vibe. I don't need to say the vibe. I've said the vibe over and over again. I just want that older vibe looking very fancy, okay? Straight away, I'm kind of liking the vibe of this one better because it gives me more bedroom vibe. This one gives me lounge room vibes. This one gives me more relaxed bedroom vibes. It's so cute. We definitely need a rug though. So I'm thinking of doing this instead. And we have the little pink rug down in front of the couch and we leave the platform area with no rug because that flooring just deserves to be seen in full, okay? I'm happy with that. So let's have a look at some curtains, right? I definitely think pink is the right vibe. Oh, straight away, I've got some in mind that might work. These ones. The legendary curtains are gonna give the kind of vibe, right? I kind of want them to go all the way to the floor though. Like, do they not give the right vibes? I think they definitely do. Beautiful. I could also get the same curtains and put them in front of the door, right? I could do that. And it would also help to add some more decor to this side of the room. So I'm happy to go with the curtains on either side of the door, right? I am thinking of changing the swatches. This is going to sound really weird. Of the windows and the door to white though, just because the black accents on the trims of the windows and the door are really kind of throwing me off. So if we can kind of just go with a white vibe, I feel like that's so much better. Oh, that's clipping really badly. I need to move this forward a little bit and I might have to play test it again now that I've moved it forward because it needs to sit so much further forward so that it doesn't clip into Holly's bedroom. I'm gonna need to play test that though. Don't tell me that this is all gonna fall apart now. Hold on, Lily, I need you again, please. Please. Okay, it looks like she can still get in, right? Thank goodness for that, because it is too late in this video to change that now. That is set in stone, right? But now I'm looking at that and I'm like, we've got the beautiful greenery coming through. I'm not going to be able to put anything there. Lights wise is what I'm talking about, because that's where I was going to put some lights. So maybe I just get some wall sconces and we can put a couple of wall sconces. So we've got those beautiful candles. So let me now just go back to romantic garden stuff for a second, because I don't feel like we have enough romantic garden stuff in here. This artisan lattice, and we could chuck it below the window. That could be a vibe. I don't know. We could even chuck it above the window. We could even chuck it above the door because we have sort of nothing above the door. I think that's a vibe with the pink flowers. That's so pretty. This is all the stuff that comes with romantic garden stuff. I don't think we're going to be able to fit any more in here. And also we are running out of money. 2,398 simoleons to do some more cluttering. I just don't think we're going to be able to fit any more romantic garden stuff in this room. But I like the vibe. I still think you're getting the right romantic gardeny kind of vibe, right? So I've had a look at all the plants that we've got here, and aside from being really expensive, this vase of roses, 600 simoleons. It's the perfect vibe though, so it's staying. But all of the other plants just aren't quite giving me the right vibe. So I'm thinking of instead getting like an accent table to go under this space of window here, just because that's a big space of nothing there, right? And then we could put like our vase of 600 simoleon roses on top of that. I still can't believe they're that much and I'm keeping them, but they're the right vibe. They fit in so perfectly. Okay, thankfully for us, our household inventory came through a lot. These 3 plants we had in the household inventory, so I didn't have to spend any extra money on them. Same with this one that I've put next to the mirror. I think that's so cute. I still think we need something. Maybe I can put a little shelf here and we can put a couple of more little plants above it. And then over here, we had this plant from the household inventory as well. I had to buy this one, but that's okay. We got 533 simoleons left. I'm feeling a lot better. We're really close to the end of this bedroom. It's just literally putting the final little touches on it. I think that might be this bedroom done, my friends. I'm just going to move this plant a little bit this way so it's kind of clipping a little bit more with that wall. I think this is absolutely beautiful. It has the whimsy, it has the romantic vibe, it has the wealthy vibe that I was looking for. It's absolutely so pretty. I really, really like this vibe. I hope that you do too, for the child of the wishing well. But guys, that's all I've got for this video of renovating a kid's bedroom in The Sims 4 to be wishing well themed. I loved this bedroom. I think it's very, very pretty and the perfect vibe for our little Jamina, child of the wishing well. The next one is going to be very interesting because very recently in the Occult Baby Challenge, we had a baby with a gnome. So the next bedroom is going to be gnome themed. There's going to be so many gnomes. I'm so very excited for it. So if you would like to see that video or any other Sims content that I've got coming your way, then hit the subscribe button down below and hit the notification bell next to it to be notified of every time that I upload. And if you liked this video, let me know by hitting the like button down below and leave me a comment as well. Leave me a rose emoji in the comments down below to let me know that you got this far in the video, you enjoyed watching this romantic garden stuff bedroom come to life, and you're excited and intrigued to see a gnome bedroom come to life. But guys, I hope you're having the greatest day ever, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!